hiding. We don't create enough in the final third. And again, I'm
No,
sure
it's on my negatives list, Mike.
it's on your list. We'll come back to that in a moment. Here we go. Welcome to the Pompey Pod with Mike and Dan. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's a little bit late now, isn't it? Christmas is gone. It's a Happy New Year. It's 31st of December. This will be coming out. So Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you're enjoying the Christmas football so far. Football. But we have got 4 points from 2 games that we're going to talk about, Dan, which is good. And we'll talk about the style and everything else. But first, as always, welcome, by the way, Dan. Hello.
Hello.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you. Hey, yeah, I did. Yes, thank you. I was going to ask if you did, but you don't seem very well at all, Mike.
I'm all right. It only came on in the last couple of days. It's fine. I think it's down to drinking too much wine, probably. Possibly. Okay. I certainly haven't done much else. Quality street and wine. That's what it is. Anyway, let's have a look in that Pompey Pod Postbag very quickly. We'll go through a couple of these. This is post-Derby game, pre-QPR. So Team P says it's very rare for us to move the ball forward so quickly as in the Derby goal, and definitely one of our shortcomings. Merry Christmas, gents. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you, Team P. It's I've seen it on several non-Pompey sites, actually. The goal is an example of great team play.
Yeah, makes us look really good.
Yeah, it does. And in fact, so does the last few minutes of the Charlton game, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I've seen a lot of that as well. Loads of that doing the rounds, isn't there?
Yes, there is lots of that. Now, Chris Reed has got a lot of comments. I'm not going to read it. We just haven't got the time, but please go and read Chris Reed's comments regarding the 3% word. And linking it back to his previous one, where the heater. But sorry, Chris, but we'll save. Let people read their own time. Unboxing legend. Recent performance have been improving each time. Happy we're starting to turn things around. Nice positive comment from him. 2 games in hand now. I don't think we have got 2 games in hand, but we've got 1, so for sure. And we are out of the bottom 3, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So, thanks for your comments there. Anything to recent performances to start to turn around? I think that's I'm not sure about the performances, but certainly the results are looking better, aren't they?
They are. Like you say, unbeaten in 4. But I'll go through the negatives later on. I think let's say they've all been very crack papering over points.
Yes. Teresa Moore, regular contributor, says, absolutely amazing goal. We need to be doing more of this. Reminded me of something from our Division 1 winning season. We need to be doing more of that. Yes, thank you very much. Although she does go on to add, I think what makes more of a good point is the shocking stats on goal or shots on target. Even being away, we should be getting more than 1 shot on target and 4 shots in total. Again, this refers to the Derby game. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We do. There's no hiding. We don't create enough in the final third. And again, I'm sure.
It's on my negatives list, Mike.
It's on your list. We'll come back to that in a moment. Final thing from Teresa: Do you guys think that Chaplin is trying? With Chaplin, he is trying and always been trying, but maybe and sadly, we will never see the player we know he is. She then goes on to say a few things about when he was with us first time around. But yeah, I think that's kind of the general consensus, isn't it? Is that I don't know if we won't see him. I think we've seen flashes of it, haven't we? But it's certainly not the signing I got very, very excited about back in August. I rarely get excited about any signings until they actually do the job on the pitch. But Chaplin was one where I thought, yeah, great, this is a real
good pickup,
marquee sign. It's not turned out that way yet, has it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to start going banging on about Chaplin again, and everyone knows he's not done great since he's come back. And what I said last week about him just looking like a bad footballer, which we all know he isn't. That's the problem, or that's the shame, is that we know he's a quality player, but it's just whatever it is, it's just not going forward at all, is it?
No, and he's playing in his preferred number 10 now as well, so can't use that as an excuse either. Need a new striker in January. This is from Paul Burgess 9675, by the way. Need a new striker in January and a left back as well as an experienced centre back. I won't disagree with any of that.
Yeah.
It's striker is a must. We don't know the extent of Bishop's injury as yet, but even before Bishop's injury, I think we knew we needed somebody of calibre up top. And left back, obviously, yes. Who knows when Farrell will be back? I think Swanson actually has been doing all right filling in, but he's not a left back. And it's quite obvious. It's quite clear when you do have that right-footed player playing at left back. For me, you lose a bit of balance.
And I think, I don't think this will happen, but what I would like to see is another left back come in and maybe pushing Devlin into midfield, because we need a bit of energy in midfield, don't we? I think that's plain to see. Yeah, maybe he gives us that going back to his sort of centre midfield position, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah,
I think if we do get a left back, he'll, I don't know, maybe go back to the bench.
Who Devlin?
Yeah, well, I personally wouldn't, but
no. I think he's one of the first names on the sheet for me now. Yeah,
absolutely.
I
think he's already a shoo-in for player of the season.
Yeah. Oh, don't do that to him.
No, I think he is. He's head and shoulders above everyone else, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess so. No, well, yeah, he definitely is. And I think you're right. I think that energy in midfield wouldn't go amiss at all, would it? Okay, Andy Nelson, S2G, says, Hayden Matthews put in a good shift, is better than Knight, so hope he keeps fit. Dazelle needs help in midfield. He's run ragged and picking up a few yellows. Both statements of fact, I'd say. Can't really comment too much on that. He goes on to add that Chappers is starting to turn it around a bit, but we're still looking very light in front of goal. We've talked about Chappers. So, and then finally, last but not least, Richard Taverner, 1987, says Harvey Blair was absolutely woeful against Derby. He gave the ball away so easily, and more worryingly, he showed absolutely no desire to track back. Absolutely 100% agree with that. However, as we're about to see, we'll move on to the QPR game, and I'd say Harvey Blair's best 45 minutes in a Pompey shirt.
Okay.
But before we do, go on.
Right. Now, I agree that Harvey Blair was much better against QPR, but I wouldn't go as far as to say 45 minutes. I'd say he played well sort of the first 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll, okay, fair enough. Let's take a look at this. Talk us through this QPR game, which seems ages ago already, doesn't it?
I know. This is going to remind me what happened. Yeah, it's across there. Something happened. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bishop hit the post. Yeah, so, half chance, wasn't it? Really, I think everyone wants to see him score, don't they?
Most. Not everyone, but most.
Oh, yeah, and sorry, yes, this first half, I think, one of our best halves I've seen in a long time. Didn't create a huge amount, but I just thought we were completely dominant possession-wise. Dazelle had a really good half. I thought he was picking up the ball in that sort of Marlon Pack position.
That's right.
And just a really good half, and then was pleased that we got that goal.
We really deserved it, didn't we?
Yeah. Really good. Really happy with that first half. What did you think?
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, like you say, probably our best 45 minutes. And the thing is as well, what I'd say, and I'll just pause it there a second, because just because I think QPR were on a decent run of form. They are a decent side. And I just thought they looked, I don't know if they just came with a game plan to sit back a little bit, but we really went for it, didn't we? And I thought, actually, this is looking all right. However, this is Portsmouth. We scored at half time, and I thought that's great. We could go on. I think I said to you at half time, or I said it in general in the chat that we need a second. I didn't feel that one was going to be enough.
No.
And so it seemed. And we were, I still disappointed in the second half. After how good we were first half, I thought it was disappointing. And I know you knew they were going to come out and play some more football, but I just thought the amount of time and space we gave them second half was just a little bit disappointing for me.
Yeah, really disappointing second half. Don't quite know what happened. I don't know whether QPR changed their shape, or I don't know, put an extra man in midfield. I don't know. I didn't look at how they set up in the second half, but it was just sort of completely the opposite, wasn't it? They just got all first to every ball, and then got a goal, which they deserved. From a corner again.
Really disappointing. The goal itself, which is here, just simple. We talk about Matthews, and Matthews has done okay, but I think he's done a basic error there, and he's been sold by an experienced defender in Dunn. But look, so Matthews there at this stage here. For those who are listening, we're just watching the corner where QPR equalised. Defensively you're okay there, aren't you? You've got a good setup. You've got your kind of your zone all around the box. Matthews is 1-on-1, but it's just a simple thing from Dunn to lose Matthews. Little push off there, right? He's gone, and he's already got 2 yards. It's not. Sorry, I'll take it back. It's not Matthews at all. It's Swanson. It's still too easy, and it's not actually Dunn who did it, but he's created that space for Dunn. Just basic. I just think it's basic defending to lose those key men. Anyway. I don't know. It's you'd think they watch that over and over, wouldn't you? In fact, it's Bishop who's lost Dunn, isn't it? So it's completely different second half, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then they just looked the most likely to score, didn't they? We had another chance though, didn't we? After that, I can't remember what it was. It was sort of half chance. Well, not according to the highlights, we didn't.
I don't remember, to be fair. I just it's one of those whereby I don't know. Half time you're thinking this is good, this is nice. They're playing some lovely football, and all you got to do is just continue that for 10 minutes, or just keep them quiet for 10 minutes, and then go again.
Yeah.
But it's almost like we knew they were going to come out at us, a little bit like the Watford game where Watford just came out second half, and they were 2-1 up within 10 minutes in the second half.
Yeah.
And we could quite easily have lost that game, couldn't we? I think.
Yep. Yeah.
So we moved on. We then came to Charlton, which was a must win. I thought there's no two ways about it. I wouldn't have been happy with a point. I'd have been fuming at a point. I think when you're looking at where we are in the league, and I know Mourinho plays it down a lot about being in the relegation zone, blah, 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 blah. And we were in this situation this time last season. We finished comfortable. We don't want to if you keep flirting with those situations, then eventually you drop, don't you? You keep circling the drain. Eventually you drop down it. I felt this was a must win, even though it's this early in the season. It's a home game against another team who I expect to be down there, and obviously they are now right in the mix as well. Terrible form. When I saw the lineup, silly manager,
yeah.
When I saw the lineup, I thought, we could be in trouble here. No Lang. And I know people's thoughts about Bishop, but no Bishop. Bishop gives you, and I think it showed what Bishop gives you, because everything that went forward came straight back, didn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's take a look at the highlights of Charlton, which we recorded this the following day, so it's still fresh in the memories.
Yeah.
I
thought it was an awful. I thought it was an awful performance. Really, it wasn't good at all. Very few chances created. I think Charlton, like their manager said, and their fans are saying, they deserved at the very least a point. I think if they went, until we scored, if they'd gone home with all 3 points, you wouldn't have been surprised.
No.
No. And it just wasn't a very good game, was it?
Great save from Schmidt there, I thought. Yeah. It was quite close to him, which was fortunate, but also he shot from 6-7 yards out. So I think just to react that quickly was good. And get it not just that, they're getting it away from the goal, a decent distance away from the goal as well.
Yeah.
This was. I actually thought Swanson had a really good game.
Swanson.
I thought Swanson had a really good game, with the exception of this.
Yeah.
And it's like when it came back to him, I thought, here we go. Come on, I just got to get it on target.
I even thought at one point, I thought surely it took a deflection then, but no.
Yes. No. And now watching Shaughnessy goal.
He's back.
And as bad as our defending was for that QPR goal, You have to say, I know he's been out for a while, and they've probably not seen him on the recent games, but Charlton must surely understand what Shaughnessy is all about to give him that much space and the near post.
But let's compliment Pompey on that one for a change.
Great header.
At least we finally Shaughnessy gives us something in the box, doesn't he? So hopefully it will sort out. It didn't show it afterwards, but our set pieces, defending our set pieces, or defending set pieces in general, and give us something else at corners, which it did.
Yeah.
And then just that.
And then that, yes, yeah. On a level of 1 to 10, how fuming were you with that? Because
I'm not embarrassed to say. So I'm not embarrassed to say that I was one of the ones that got up and left purely because I thought that was it anyway. I thought that's the last touch of the match, surely, because he said it was 5 minutes, wasn't it? Added time. So I thought, well, once that's gone in, I'm, got up and left. But then luckily, and there was a lot of bad feeling around the ground. I think just sort of that we've done it again. We can't beat Charlton.
It's a poor goal to concede as well, isn't it? I just thought that in the 5-10 minutes leading up to that, we just went further and further back into it. And again, we talked about this, I think it was last season, was it? Or the season before, where we just kind of we try to defend the lead and we're not good at defending the lead. You can't, we literally at one stage were just kind of everyone behind the ball, weren't we? And in fact, we even stopped pressing them in their own half. We just all sat in our own half for 10 minutes or so. And it's kind of, you invite that much pressure. We know how vulnerable we are at set pieces. We know how vulnerable we are in the air in general. And I think that will improve now Shaughnessy back. But there's several things on this goal, which now, don't get me wrong. Is it Lee Burney gets the first header? I think he is. And he's a big lad.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand why the whole game Terry Devlin was marking him, because he had a better foot on Devlin. But Devlin does cause trouble, so maybe that's why. But he wins the first header fairly easily. Now, this is what don't get here.
Devlin does win quite a lot on you. So, I don't. Just look at it.
Everyone's on the line. Everyone's just on the line. He's on 6-yard line with the goalkeeper behind him, and the only person near him is Min Hyuk.
Who's that in the goal? Who's that in the back of the goal?
I don't know. Oh, it's Paul, isn't it? But why have we got so many bodies on the line? We're just desperately just panicking, aren't we? And then this. I know there's people in the way, but I still think Schmidt should save it.
I haven't seen it from that angle, and I did think from the head-on angle, it looked like
this one's a good angle. This is a good angle when you see this. Schmidt, I think he just flaps it. I know there's people in the way.
Yeah, it's a good height, isn't it? It's not like it's
a good height. Yeah,
but then a good bit of feet actually.
Like you was absolutely few, and I genuinely thought, that's weird. If we can't defend out against Charlton, who were in a bad run of form, didn't look great. It was a terrible game of football, wasn't it? Take it out.
Pompey supporters goggles. Then and the one real bit of quality from us, I thought, was this.
Good bit of football because
great football.
He just sort of did a little step over, didn't he, just to get his feet right, get it on the right foot. And then I don't think it's a great finish. It's in the corner, but there's no power on it. But it's fantastic, isn't it? Because it's.
I think it's the fact that it went through the legs that fooled the keeper, didn't it?
And so that was good because it was mental at Fratton Park because everyone was on the stairs by that time, so people were literally just jumping on each other on the stairs on the stairs. That was good.
And I've loved watching these several videos from behind the door of we never lose at Fratton Park.
Yeah.
And suddenly, there's one that goes, no.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah. Don't you dare. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It was. Yeah, it's good to get the win, and it's good to get the win like that, I guess, because it makes it like a cup final in a way, doesn't it? But like you say, papering over the cracks, and the floor is yours, Dan. We'll go.
That's it. Papering over the cracks. I think if we go to Bristol City and it's a poor performance and we get turned over, as we so often do away, then it's sort of shows again what our squad depth is like, how we're playing at the minute. So I wrote down some negatives because I was trying to think of some positives during the game, and it was just
none coming to you.
And it's all same old stuff. It's the first one I got down is about the backwards and sideways passing, which is just so frustrating, and I don't know, and I'm sure it must be a coaching decision for them to do it. It must be, because the amount of times when Paul gets that ball in the fullback position, or Devlin or Swanson, and they'll receive the ball and there's space in front of them, you can see, and it might only be sort of 10 yards, 15 yards in front of them. And, you know, you tell kids, take a good first touch, take your first touch forwards, get it out your feet and go forwards. It is immediately to put their foot on the ball, turn sideways and go, where should I pass it to? Where I'm going to pass it inside, or I'm going to go back to Paul or back to another defender. And it's not just me saying that. It's, you know, the fans are shouting it, and it was really vocal last night. People shouting it, just saying, "Go forwards, go forwards." And that's why I must think it's a managerial or a coaching decision, because it just seems strange that footballers would do that, or near enough every time. They would think, right, my first thing to do is go sideways or backwards. So that was my first. And
can I just
go on.
On for a second? So on that, you're absolutely right. And there's many occasions whereby you've got either Kirk, who's kind of not coming short, but kind of offering himself for it, or Chaplin in a little bit of space further forward. And like you say, you can see that pass is there. There's nothing blocking the pass. It's almost like, and I get the theory of the coaching theory of, whilst we got the ball, they can't score. But also, you've also got to have a bit of adventure about you. I mean, you've got to have, and that's what we're lacking, is that because what we do is we go and we try to go down the wings. We try to go wide. So when it's Murphy and Lang, we try to go wide with Murphy or Lang. We try to get the overlaps. But we very rarely go through the middle. And if we do go through the middle, it's normally with a bad decision, right? As in they try to make a pass that's like an impossible pass, and it's always like they run out of ideas. It's kind of like, but when the pass is there, they don't do it, and it's like, why are you not? What is it?
I don't.
And if you look at that goal that we scored against Derby, that was from Kosinecki. It wasn't Kosinecki at all. Kozlowski came short. Played it first time out to Swanson. First time to Bishop. First time to Murphy. And it was in a W shape. And that's how you if he'd gone straight down the line to Murphy, it's much more difficult for Murphy to get behind the defender. But it's because you're moving it quickly. Football could be a simple game sometimes, can't it?
And it's like, it's not going to work every time, but at least try it sometimes. Just try that forward ball.
And some people might say, well, Man City do that, Barcelona do that, or Barcelona back in the 90s under Pep did that. But what they're doing is actually there's a strategic. They're moving around in triangles, and they're moving what they're doing is they're moving the opposition out of position, creating space for people to run in behind. We're not doing that. We're just going across the back, across the back, across the back. Into midfield, back to the centre back. You're not changing the dynamic of what you're coming up against. Anyway, 100% agree with you on that.
No, and which links on to my next one is when we've got these attacking front three. So last night we had Blair, Chaplin, and Segicic. And this isn't specific to them, because it could be when we've got Lang in there, or Chaplin on one side and whoever Murphy on the other side. And it's just like, when we've got those attacking three, why are we creating such so little chances? And it goes back to that sort of moving ball backwards and sideways, because what we do is we move it sideways and backwards. Then it goes back to Schmidt, who then plays it long. And it's like they were doing it last night, and Schmidt was booting the ball up the pitch. I don't think Kirk he didn't win anything up there. But it's like, why are we playing long balls anyway? Because if we've got these three, they're all small players. That Blair isn't huge, but you've got Chaplin and Segicic, and surely their talent is to play with their feet. So why aren't they coming into coming inside, coming into these little pockets, and us giving them the ball? It just seems so strange to me that there's no other tactic than just to get the ball back to Schmidt and him to boot it upfield. And especially when you haven't got Bishop up there. People moan at Bishop. I think last night showed that it is hard up there on your own. Kirk barely touched the ball, didn't have a chance, apart from the one that he shot from sort of 30 yards.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be playing that long ball, you need someone up there to win the knockdowns and win the headers, but to hold it up
and put pressure on those centre-backs.
So I don't know. It just seems very strange, or we're just not good enough. I don't know. You know, as Mousinho just saying, "Well, this is the best of what I've got." It just seems strange that there's no different.
If you think about one of the attacks we did have yesterday, which didn't bring success ultimately, but looked better, was when the ball went out wide, Segic at his feet. You know, he came inside because he's very left-footed. He's, you know, his right foot is kind of. I don't think I've seen him kick with his right foot, so you know he's going to come inside. But what he did, rather than look to go across the pitch, Devlin then made that run in behind. And he played a really good reverse ball down the right wing. Devlin then actually rarely for him took a bad touch and it kind of broke down. But it's things like that, isn't it? It's kind of doing something different. It's just like you say, playing the ball into feet. What's the point in booting it long? Or just playing it across the back four. I don't know. Yeah. It's it does make you think that they believe they don't have the talent there.
No, that's I agree. And then I've got the two holding midfielders. I saw a comment that somebody put on Facebook, and I thought, that sounds about right. He says we've been playing in the Championship for a year and a half, and yet still Dazelle and Pack are our two centre midfielders. And I agree with that. And it's not that I dislike either of those players. I think they're both quality players. I think Dazelle's been one of our best players, well, in the last two seasons, I think, but especially in the last few weeks. And when we've got, Pack, again, one of the best passers you're likely to see, always puts the ball on someone's head or on someone's feet. But we bought him in League One because he was technically not good enough or he wasn't quick enough for the Championship. So while we're playing with I think a good example was the QPR game where Lang put two good crosses in and they were behind Bishop. And sort of everyone moaned at Bishop for not getting on the end of the crosses. But there was nothing else. There's no one else coming from the field. There's no one else in the box. But I think Blair was just outside the box over on the wing. And it's that we just need another sort of midfielder. I think when Kosnovsky comes on, he makes a difference because he's a bit more attacking in there.
But he's also got the legs, hasn't he? He's also got the legs to get up and back.
Well, that's it. And we have started with Kosnovsky. So it's not something that Mousinho hasn't tried, but I just think we need someone more. If you just play Dazelle or Pack and then just have another attacking midfielder, because the 10 isn't working. Whoever's playing in the 10 at the minute, it's not working, is it? Chaplin's not doing well in there. I don't think Segicic has done very well since the first few games of the season. I think I even prefer Lang out on the wing at the minute.
Yes,
rather than in the 10.
Yeah.
So get someone else in there, even if it is Devlin. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just to go forward to attack in the box.
I agree. It is a real worry that, and again, it's showing the lack of squad depth as well, particularly in the attacking third. When you've got Lang and Murphy out, we're not creating enough. I did think there was patches that Blair showed promise, and less so against Charlton, but more so against QPR. There was patches where I thought, okay, well maybe there was a player in there and he looks okay. Yeah. I just think the thing with Blair that really winds me up is sometimes it's kind of like a ball's played into him and he'll just let it roll under his foot and out for a throw in, or he'll take a touch. His first touch is like heavy, and going down the line, it's a heavy touch, it's goal kick, and that you can understand that once or twice, fine. I think it happens too often with Blair. It's kind of. Again, I think was it against QPR? Was it against Charlton last night? Whereby he did a great little bit of skill, would beat two players, and then this next one was a heavy touch, got taken off him, and it's like, okay, you've done your little bit of skill, now do something with it. It's the bit of skill is the sort of things that you see on show reels, isn't it? And people go, oh, what a player! But hang on, look what happened afterwards.
Yeah.
That's what makes a player. What happens afterwards is what is the difference is.
a good player would then create a chance out of that. They'll do the little bit of skill and create a chance, or keep the move flowing.
Yeah.
It's almost pointless doing your bit of skill if you then just go down a bottleneck and the ball's lost.
And I agree. There's been flashes from Blair, which is good, but unfortunately, we aren't in a position where we can afford the luxury of just having a player to just show flashes. We need someone and produce something. Oh, hello.
No, you're back here. Sorry, you said flashes, but we're in a position where we need
someone that can produce quality for 90 minutes and get some chances, create some chances.
Yeah. I think it's great that Shognessy's back. I think Shognessy and Paul, don't get me wrong, Matthews, I think, did well. And I thought he was actually getting better and better at each game. But I think Shognessy and Paul fills me with that confidence at the back that we're solid. Happy with Devlin at right back. I think Swanson actually has come into his own defensively. I think he's doing really well. So I think we've got, and Schmid, I think Schmid is actually a top half championship goalkeeper. I think he's, I think if we went down, he wouldn't have trouble finding a new club in the championship for sure. But my real worry is everyone else.
No, it is.
If Murphy and Lang could stay fit and play 40 games a season, I think we'd be all right.
I mean, like you say, that there seems to be a problem everywhere, don't there, with all those players. Murphy, not quite right. Something I don't know. Something not quite right about him at the minute. Bishop not scoring. Kirk, haven't seen enough of him. Chaplin, we talked about Chaplin. Segacic again, another one that started the season well, and has been on the bench for a lot of it. I mean, who else you got in there? I think all these players that sort of just that play a little bit and then can't cement a place in the team.
And I think partly the reason, the issue with that is that we see, like you say, we see flashes of it, but it's not consistent enough. And that's what happens when you buy players who aren't used to playing at this tempo for this many games. Even if you look at like the top level in Spain, the top level in Germany, when you look at the Premier League, you've got every game. It's not necessarily the same quality, but Man City know they're going to. If Man City are playing against West Ham, they know they're going to be in a battle for that game. They may still win, or Arsenal against Palace or whatever. Whereas in other leagues, you haven't got that depth of quality, have you? Bayern Munich will win every week, and some of their games they'll win comfortably 6-7-0, whatever. It's the same with when players are coming in from Hungary, coming in from Australia, wherever it is. They may have half a dozen tough games, but the majority of their games are going to be fairly easy, and that's where you get these show reels where they look like absolute players. But then you see them week in, week out in the Championship, and it doesn't replicate what somebody who is playing week in, week out, maybe not necessarily of the flashes of quality they have, but consistent performance. And that's what we really need. We need someone who can come in, I think, particularly in attacking positions. We need a new number 9, and no disrespect to Colby Bishop. We need number 9, even if it's just somebody who is going to give him more competition. And we need someone alongside Dazelle who is going to be consistent. Wherever that could be, because Kozlowski, like you say, I just don't think Pack's got 90 minutes in him every game, which is going to be enough to see us through to the end of the season. I think he's got some quality there, but not enough in his legs. And actually, I liked Dazelle playing in that pack role against QPR. I thought he did it really well. He actually did it all really well, and I thought, but what he offered is a little bit more energy in that role. So having somebody else like Kozlowski but consistent would really make a big difference in there. Papering over the cracks. A lot of work, I think, to be done in January for Richie Hughes. Little concerned already. They're starting to talk about it's back end of the January window before we're going to see anyone. Always suggests loanees and
it'd be the same. I'm sure
loanees and freebies.
I can't see, like you say, I can't see any marquee signings.
No.
It'll just be loanees. Hopefully they surprise us. But
didn't see enough of the new lad Frank. It was good to see him on the pitch. Obviously, we didn't see enough of him. But obviously,
no, not really. No.
But he did get an assist of sorts, didn't he? I suppose.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
All right, so work to do. I'm very confident still, though, that we're going to survive this season. But I think,
Really?
yeah, but I think we will. But I also think that maybe when we do, there may be changes at the end of the season, whether it be through our choice or whether it be through the choice that the manager decides to move on. Because I think if I was Mourinho, I would be now looking at his, unless there's serious investment in the playing squad, I would now be looking at his stock's fairly high. I think he could probably go and get another job in the Championship with a club who will back him a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I think for us to keep him, I think we really need to be ambitious in this and maybe the next transfer window.
Yeah,
more
I agree. I agree completely. I agree with all of that.
Sorry, I lost you again. Other than
the fact that you're confident we will stay up. Okay. I don't agree. I think if we don't get more players in or more players of quality in January, I think if we end up with just this same squad of players, then I think we're in big trouble.
Big trouble. Do you know what makes me confident? I think we're in a marginally better position than we were this time last year. We do still have a game in hand, apart from on Charlton, and I think Norwich will get better still. So I think they may survive. I think Charlton will be the team that drops down with Oxford and Sheffield Wednesday. Personally, that's what I think will happen. I thought Charlton would struggle from the beginning of the season. They've had their little run of good form. They're now in a really terrible run of form. So I'm fairly confident. Even though, if you look at the thing that makes me think is because I think we're not playing particularly well at the moment. In fact, you could even say we're playing particularly badly at the moment. But we've actually got 8 points from the last 4 games.
Yeah. Yes, very surprising actually, considering the way we've sort of been playing.
I'd say we've only really played well for 45 minutes, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh well. Anyway,
I mean, that was on my positive list. I only had a couple, which was we got the win, and that Shocklessy's back. But yeah, maybe that is a good thing that we can hopefully build on. I think the Bristol City game will tell us a lot. If we get something from Bristol City, then yeah, maybe we're on the up. But I think if we go there and get turned over and produce a really poor performance again, then it's sort of back to square one, isn't it?
Let's face it, though, we're going to go there looking for a point, aren't we? I think we're set up looking for a point. I think we're going to play like we're looking for a point. I think it's going to be a pretty drab game unless they score early, which if they do, I think they might get 2 or 3. I think our best hope is getting a point and go for a point. Maybe not nicking an early goal, but nicking the first goal might make it a bit more interesting. But I don't have a lot of confidence because they're decent, aren't they? They're good. They're a good unit, well-run team. Then we've got Ipswich, who are obviously kind of doing all right at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah. Where are they at the minute? Second?
They're third, I think, but only just, and they've just beaten Coventry, so they're on good run of form.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. The only good thing we've got is that that's our place. So, and then just a small matter of Arsenal.
Oh yeah, easy, isn't it? That one. That's just a bit of fun, that one, isn't it? Playing against Arsenal's 5th team. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So positives. There is positives. Some people will watch this and go, "Oh, you pair of miserable pricks."
I think we're usually pretty positive, aren't we? I think we're usually very fair. We're usually fair, but I just think, come on, there's got to be a point when we've got. Yeah.
I think we're honest. Anyway, let us know your thoughts. We will always, we like a balanced argument, and I'm sure there are some positives out there. Let us know what you think they are. Dan, get thinking. Whilst I talk about subscriptions and stuff like that, get thinking about a 3% word for those people who've got through this 40 minutes of us. So please consider subscribing to our channel. We 362 we've sat on for quite a while. It's 962 is what I mean. 962 on YouTube. We're just short of 2,000 followers on Facebook, which is quite nice. So if you want to get on Facebook where the old people hang out, come and join us. You can also find us on TikTok and Twitter, but we don't put a huge amount on there that often. Anyway, but consider subscribing. Make it your New Year's resolution to spread the word of the Pompey Pod. Dan, let's finish off with your 3% word. Lozenge last time round. There's quite a few lozenges in there.
Oh, good. Well done. It's going to be plop.
Okay. Is that a prediction for who will replace?
Prediction for the Bristol game, yeah.
Did you say plop?
Yeah, plop. Yeah.
Oh, I think you said clop, as in Jurgen.
Oh, not Klopp. No, plop. Yeah.
Plop. Okay,
Yeah.
plop. Right. Yeah. So please get that in your comments. It shouldn't be difficult to segue that in, should it?
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the final one for this year. We'll be back in 2026 to talk about the Ipswich and Bristol City games. But for now, play Up Pompey. Goodbye.
Bye.